Hello my fellows, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me for today's video, and if you're new around here, my name is Grace and I love plants. Okay guys, so you know how in my previous video I said that I'd give you an update on my Mars Hydro grow tent? In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I have inside, the setup, and also share with you some of the mistakes or lessons learned, which I'll be sharing at the end of the video, so keep on watching. Before we get started though, I do post videos every week, so make sure you're subscribed and ring the notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss out on my future uploads. And let's get into it. Welcome to my humble indoor greenhouse, aka my Mars Hydro grow tent. As you might know, this tent was kindly sent to me by the Mars Hydro team, so thank you Molly if you're watching. So I'm actually standing inside the grow tent, and this is quite a large one. This is the 200 centimeters by 200 centimeters in dimension, so it's got quite a lot of space in here, and I actually fit in here as well. I specifically chose to get the larger size because I wanted to shove as much plants as I can in here, and also one of my favorite things to do these days is to zip myself up in here and just spend some time with my plants. Alright, so I'm going to flip you guys around now and give you a little bit of a tour around the grow tent and talk through some of the plants that I have in here. So as you walk in, you can see that I've got lots of plants on these plastic shelf things that I got from eBay. They are taller than they are wide, so I did put them together in pairs and zip tied them to secure them, just so that it can have a little bit more stability and it won't wobble all around. And I've also got here the fan I've installed. It's just off at the moment because I didn't want it to be too noisy in here while I film. And you can also see these like blue strips that is just there to catch any pests and things, because apparently thrips and things like that are attracted to the blue color, so hopefully that works. And up here I do have some hanging plants. I did attach these hanging baskets to zip ties as well. You can use hooks and things like that, but I mean I just had them lying around and it works. So here we have a Hoya Bertonier, and to the right of it we have a Hoya Honeydew, and then in the back there I've got a Hoya Curtisii Thai form, and hanging up here is my Variegated Chain of Hearts. It's right in the middle of my grow tent, and it's really enjoying the spot. And then hanging up here on the right side I've got two Dischidias that I got from Carrie at the Mellow Pot. Dischidia nummularia blue form, I believe, and then this one here is the large form. Beside it is a Scindapsus pictus silvery Ann. If you're wondering about the conditions in the tent, it is 92% humidity and also 20 degrees Celsius. I do have a heater running outside. It's helping to warm it up a little bit. Let's move on to the plants that I have on the shelves. This is my Pepperopia that needs a bit of a water. I can tell that the leaves are getting a little bit limp, so I need to water this soon. This is on a heart trellis that I also got from eBay. And then here we have my Variegated Monstera standleyana, and beside it we've got my Philodendron Brandienum. You would have seen this plant a couple of times in my other videos. And here we have my Variegated Heartleaf Philodendron. In the back here is a Hoya Neocaledonica. It's really enjoying the grow tent and the humidity in here. The vines just grown like crazy. And then here we have my Philodendron Lupinum. Ooh, a new leaf is unfurling. I'm really excited. Can't wait to see what that looks like. And here my Philodendron Burlmarks Fantasy. This leaf is on its way out. Beside it here we have my Philodendron gigas, Philodendron verrucosum, and a Hoya obovata in the back, just on a round trellis. And then this is my Hoya Matilde. I saw a peduncle the other day. Look at that. Right there. You see a peduncle How exciting. And in the Ziploc bag, I have a Hoya Carrii speckles. I've got more Hoya Carrii on this shelf. Another one there, and another one there. All my Hoya Carrii. And then here we have my Hoya polyneura, Hoya pentaphlebia Philippines form. And an ivy, camouflage ivy just wrapped around up here. We've also got another Hoya polyneura here, my Dischidia rucifolia, or the Million Hearts. So both of them there, the non-variegated version and the variegated version. And here we have my Heterohelix calico, I believe. And then I've got myself another string of turtles just because I couldn't resist. I just love them so much. Here I have a Hoya Thomsonii. And then in the back I have my Hoya Hindu ropes. This is the reverse variegation form, and that's the Alba marginata one. And then down here I have my Pepperomia pink lady. It started pushing out a lot more pink leaves once I put it in the grow tent. I think maybe it responds better to the grow lights, I'm not sure. Lichens propagations in the back, some polyneura propagations, and some Peperomia pink lady props. Yep, so that's what the Peperomia pink lady is looking like. I mean, look at that. Somebody told me that this wasn't a pink lady because the previous leaves weren't very pink, but it clearly is a pink lady. And then here we have my Philodendron glorious that has more melanochrysum in it, I believe. I mean, look at this leaf. It's so long. And then I actually have another one here. They're both from the same plant. I've just propagated into two. Here we have my Rafitifora Tetrasperma. That's the newest leaf up here. Absolutely love this guy. It looks so good. Here I have my Marble Queen Pothos. It's looking really nice and full. And in the bottom here I have a Syngonium chiapens. And then I have my Maranta no ID in here. I started putting out like the juvenile ones without much marking, so I put it in a cloche here and hopefully that'll help with that. Down here I have a mishmash of different things. This is a propagation bowl. I put some spag on there and then put some Pepperomia prostrata cuttings in there and also some neon pothos. No wait, that's not a neon pothos. My lemon lime philodendron cuttings, I'm propagating some. And here we have my Calathea cora. And then beside it I have my Mandula pothos. You guys would have seen a lot of this in my previous videos. And in this Ziploc bag I have some propagations as well. This is, I think, Monstera adansonii cuttings. And then in here I have some lichens stem cuttings. This is my Philodendron Florida. Yeah, Philodendron Florida. I have here my Ploumannii round form, Philodendron Ploumannii, and it's just sitting on top of a prop box. Okay, let's move on to this shelf here. We've got my Hoya Carrii reverse variegata, my Hoya linearis. This guy is really long. Hoya Kentiana Philippines on the pink trellis from Honeycomb Climbers. And then we have my Hoya Australis Lisa in the back there. And this is my Eggloneema Pictum tricolor. I also showed this plant in a previous video. And then we've got my Hoya Macrophylla or Latifolia Alba marginata. It's been reclassified. And this is my Hoya Weyertii. And then here is my Philodendron Splendid. Look at this gorgeous leaf right here. Isn't that just stunning? This is a Philodendron gloriosum. Philodendron Florida Ghost. And this is my Philodendron Florida Beauty. And behind we have a Philodendron Cream Splash. Moving on, we have my Scindapsus pictus Silver Lady. Just ignore that one. Scindapsus pictus exotica, Scindapsus pictus something or other. I'm not really sure about the ID of that one. My Pepperomia watermelon propagation, and this is a Hoyabella. It's looking really pale because it gets a lot of light. It's put out peduncles, but they haven't really done anything, so let's see how it goes. Here we have my lemon lime philodendron, or Philodendron cordatum gold. It's not looking as full as it was previously because I did chop and prop it. Behind it is my Stephania erecta, and then we've got my Hoya retusa right here, and this is a Philodendron rugosum, and we've just got some variegated heartleaf propagations scattered around. So here, down here we have my Cebu blue pothos. That's looking pretty good. Quite happy with the progress on this one. And my Scindapsus pictus tribii moonlight. Those leaves don't look very good, but don't look at that. Just look at it from here. It's looking really full. And then we have my Photonia that needs to be watered. Did I forget to water it? I'm gonna have to water it soon. Peperomia tetragona, I believe. And in the back here, my pink Photonia. And down here, my Monstera adansonii that I did chop and prop. And we've also got here a sad looking Peperomia piccolobanda, button ferns, and a Pilea peperomioides pup. We've got here another basket of Matilde. Again, that's all just diatomaceous earth. We've got here a caladium bulb and my Philodendron Brazil right here. And you might be able to see I've got my pest management sprays on the corners. I also have some random bits and bobs that I keep around there, like in the corners, and fertilizers on this side. So yeah, that is the tour of my grow tent, and also some of the plants in here. I may have missed one or two. I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of plants in here, but if you have any questions on any of them, just leave them in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, so we're on to this portion of the video where I share 3 rookie mistakes that I made so that you don't have to. Number 1, don't use wood shelving or bamboo shelving or any other materials that could disintegrate or get moldy. I mean, I was warned from this from the get-go, but it was all I had, so I took the risk, and let me tell you, it is not worth it, so please don't make the same mistake I did. Number 2, make sure to secure these pocket holes, like these ones here, really tightly if you want to ensure high humidity in the tent. When I had it set up initially, I didn't have a fan in the grow tent, so I thought I'd leave it a little bit loose so that it can ventilate or get a little bit of airflow, but doing that really defeated the purpose of having a grow tent because it didn't really insulate my plants and it didn't really help maintain humidity levels in the tent, which is the whole purpose of having a grow tent anyway. To give you an example of what I mean, when I left it a little bit loose, temperatures could actually go down to really low 2 digits and humidity levels would drop to around 50 or 60%. But now that I've secured them tightly, humidity levels are actually hovering around 90%, which is really good considering most of my plants are still in soil and not in semi-hydro. And when it comes to temperature, it is hovering around about 17 degrees Celsius and above, depending on whether or not I run any heating. And lastly, placement of the plants around the tent is really important because some plants don't actually need that much light. So when organizing the plants on the shelves in my grow tent this time around, I'm really strategic about where I place certain plants, and that's something I highly recommend you think about too. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, you might want to have a look at my video where I set up my Mars Hydro grow tent, or have a look at this playlist of plant collection videos. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay mellow, my fellows.